Last time on Naruto Clash of Ninja 2!
This is it. Fight over. Fight over.
Let's get this started. Shadow Possession Jutsu. Success. There. Yeah. Here I come. Take this. Primary bonus.
Yes. Fight over. Rock Lee.
You are not worth sparring with.
Welcome to another episode of a series I call Last Time On, a series where I look back to the games I played as a child and discuss my thoughts on the gameplay and story. Today I will be talking about Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. Naruto Clash of Ninja 2 is a 3D fighting game where the characters fight along a 2D plane while being able to shift side to side to dodge opponents. This is one of the first Naruto games in 3D and was able to transfer the style from the anime really well. The characters and stages all look accurate to the anime. This game is playable on the GameCube. I played this game all of the time as a child, always playing without a memory card because my older brother did not trust me with it. When I replayed it, I played it on my laptop while using my wireless Nintendo Switch GameCube controller. I was able to have the same feeling I had those years ago. In this game, every character requires different button presses for combos. Combos are primarily done with the B and A buttons, and occasionally with aid from the joystick. Holding the A button makes the character throw a shuriken or a similar object at the opponent. Holding it makes the character throw a powerful projectile. These can also be thrown while in the air. There is a chakra gauge at the bottom of the screen. When it is full, you can press the X button to perform a special attack. All of the characters have moves that come from the manga or anime. There is a minor feature that I've never ever seen before that I stumbled upon while I was playing survival mode with Sakura, and that is when both people use their special at once, and it shows this graphic with both people showing up on the screen. You can throw enemies with the Y button and dodge attacks with the L and R buttons. These mechanics can make some great combos, even those not included in the list of combos. There are a ton of videos that include these super combos. I will post a link to some in the description. This game covers the start of the anime to the end of the Chunin exams arc. It does not cover everything, since it mostly centers around Naruto. It does not include half of the Chunin exam fights, and a few of the Konoha Crush fights. This game is only the second in the Clash of Ninja series, so some characters who are not as relevant have not been playable yet. This game includes characters such as Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, Rock Lee, Haku, Zabuza, and Iruka from the first game. All of the other characters debut in this game. All of the characters fight just like how you think they would. Naruto's scrappy, Sasuke's nimble, Sakura's aggressive, Shikamaru's calculated, Zabuza's slow, Neji's sharp, and Rock Lee only uses Taijutsu. This game has tons of character, and the movesets add to that. There's also a few other unique features in this game, such as being able to play with Sakura while she has long hair.
Let's fight for real! Let's fight for real!
Round one. Fight.
Hit it!
There's one more quirky feature in this game, which is being able to attack opponents briefly after they are defeated. You could use that window of time to get one more opportunity to get one last hit in, or to take your frustration out on them if they're such a difficult opponent to defeat. I almost always use this all the time. If you defeat the arcade-like mode with the character defeating 10 opponents, then you could unlock their sound files and model viewer in the shop. It's really nice to be able to get these kinds of things. And I feel like we don't really see these that often anymore, especially the sound files. It's really fun so that you could create clips like these.
Let's fiend for real! You're so uncool.
What?
You're not being serious, are you?
Well, what can I say?
No way!
I'm going to get out of here!
I'll be the one to stop you!
I'm not losing to Sasuke anymore. This is it! Keep it going! Get out of here!
Fight over.
If you want to challenge me, come back in 10 years. And there you have it.
To be honest, there are a few characters that feel like they are missing. What this game does to make up for it is allowing some of these characters to appear in the background. You can see Choji eating ramen in several stages, Konohamaru, Udon, and Moeki hanging out, Hinata peeking behind the tree, and the Ichiraku ramen shop workers relaxing after the store closes. The stages are enhanced with music that sounds like it was straight from the anime. In my opinion, the music for the Hidden Leaf Village gates at night is the best track. You can faintly hear it in the background of this part of the video. While there are some characters missing, there are a few characters that are only playable in this series such as Mizuki, Crow, and Akamaru. It's great to have Mizuki because he is the first enemy Naruto has ever fought. He is a clone character of Iruka, but that was probably the only way to get him in the game since that does not require as much effort as giving him a unique moveset. The moveset still fits with his character since the main weapon we see him use is the large shuriken, which Iruka also has. I wish more games had Mizuki so it would be easier to replay the complete story of Naruto. It was cool to take advantage of Akamaru's small size to easily win battles. I wish you could play as older Akamaru in the Shippuden games. In the US, Naruto Clash of Ninja 2 is the only game where Akamaru and Crow are playable. Along with Akamaru, I like to play Rock Lee, Hinata, and Ino. I also like playing Haku solely because of his voice. I really like how soothing it sounds, even when he is saying things like... Another unique feature from this game is the 4-player battle. A combination of 4 players and CPUs can face each other all at once. In this mode, you can press the Z button to change your target. I always disliked facing Kakashi in this mode. Whenever I played this with my siblings, one of my brothers would use Kakashi and constantly use his underground move, without any resistance. Like all Naruto games, this game includes a story mode. This story mode uses text and character icons to tell the story. It gives an explanation of the events between every fight in the story, followed by some brief character interaction before the fight. I don't really mind this method in retelling the story, since all the character interactions are voiced.
I'd really want to destroy you, but if you attack, I'll be forced to back down.
There's no way I'm gonna be the #1 ninja in my village and carry on the Hokage name!
I just can't stand stuck-up brats like you.
You see, I have a dream to protect, just as I'm sure the rest of you do. And to protect that dream, I will become Zabuza, even if that means I must destroy you all.
Crystal Ice Mirrors! Ah!
You must understand. I'd want to hurt you. Please, hate me. This is my destiny.
What are you blabbering about? Look, I don't know who you think you are, but we're gonna become friends.
These little cutscenes are a bit bare bones, but at least gets the job done in contextualizing these fights. If you want a game that tells the story in a better way, Naruto Rise of a Ninja does the best job, despite having even less characters than this game. Since the story covers the anime, I have an excuse to talk about the anime. I don't really have much to say about the first arc, except I'm puzzled by Mizuki's omission from the story mode. With him in the game, it would be nice to see him be utilized here. I guess the creators wanted to keep him a secret for whatever reason. I also like this quote.
You're so annoying!
And I use it whenever I want to jokingly tell my siblings that they are being annoying. As for the second arc, I have so much to say. This is my favorite Naruto arc in the whole series. It has everything: stakes, tons of characters, good atmosphere, and good fights. This is a time when fights always lasted at least half of the episode. I have definitely watched this arc at least 3 times. That might sound low, but I rarely ever rewatch anime episodes. Just random clips on the internet, so 3 is very impressive for me. This game includes 2 fights before the exams officially begin, Rock Lee vs Naruto and Rock Lee vs Sasuke. The game omits Tencent's only pre-Shippuden on-screen fight in the manga. It would have been kind of funny to see the drama between Kakashi and Iruka be turned into a fight. There are no fights in the first part of the Chunin exams because who is going to have a fight while taking a test? I really like this part of the Chunin exams because it showcases how everyone would use their abilities for something outside of combat. This is what people expect ninja to do, collect intel. They knew how to raise the stakes all without anyone getting hurt. The whole exam was very clever. The 10 questions signified whoever would give away intel to the enemy. Sticking around means that you would not give it up, no matter the cost. At this point in the anime, you haven't seen the other 2 teams for a while, so it's nice to reunite with them again. This was the start of Naruto and Hinata's relationship in the manga, since the other 6 genin never showed up until now. In the Forest of Death, so much happens. Team 7 versus an Oboro team member, Team 7 versus Orochimaru, Sasuke panicking, fights against the Sound Ninja, Gaara's murdering spree, Anko versus Orochimaru, and fighting against the Oboro team. This game includes some of these fights, only Naruto's team versus Orochimaru and Naruto's team versus the Oboro team. We can disregard the murdering spree, but the Sound Ninja were a huge part of the Forest of Death. It was a missed opportunity to not have them in the game in the arc where they get a lot of spotlight. This game was released in 2003, so there was only so much they could do at that time. In the long run, the Sound Ninja are not notable characters, so I can understand their exclusion, but it is a shame since they have such unique powers. One of my favorite episodes, titled Sakura Blossoms, also appears in this arc. This is the first time Sakura has had to take charge with both Naruto and Sasuke out of commission. The Chunin exams is where Sakura has become a million times more likable. She shows concern for Naruto and showcases her tenacity to survive. I have watched this episode so many times. To be honest, the scene when Ino's watching Sakura get pummeled made me a bit emotional as a child. It was so sad. By the way, Sakura's plan against the Sound Ninja was not the worst. While she failed in defeating them, she was trying to hurt both of Zaku's arms so he couldn't use his sound cannons. 3 prominent teams in Naruto deal with them. Naruto's team, obviously, Rock Lee's team, and Nino's team. As you can see, the Sound Ninja plays such a huge role in this part of the story that it feels criminal to exclude them. It was really cool to see the brawl against the Oboro though. I wish the stage where this takes place was a regular stage in normal gameplay. Next up are the Chunin exam preliminaries, where the remaining participants have to face each other in one-on-one battles immediately after the Forest of Death. This is because the proctors did not expect so many participants to make it to this point. In the anime, there are 10 matches. Only 4 of these matches take place in the game's story because of character availability. I really like this portion of the story. All of these characters get to shine in one way or another. It opened Naruto's eyes in seeing what everyone can do. Even characters who seemed weak had impressive strategies. I know I already spoke about them a lot, but a primary example is Sakura vs Ino. I feel like a lot of people don't like this fight, but I'm not one of those people. I liked seeing the emotional stakes within this fight and why I was so sad for them. I especially liked how both of them showcased what they've been learning. My favorite part was when Ino tricked Sakura into her mind transfer jutsu. It was so surprising that she would be so clever. Sakura is able to get out of it from her real power and Ino's lack of chakra. If only Sakura tapped into her inner Sakura later down in the series. In the fights so far, you would play as the winner. However, the next 2 fights have you play as the one who loses. This is because they happen to be fighting villains. These fights include Hinata's fight against Neji and Rock Lee vs Gaara. Hinata's fight is one of my favorites. I can't help but root for underdogs, and Hinata was truly an underdog. Hinata was never shown to be a fighter, but she really proved herself in this fight. This fight also gave Kurenai some screen time, seeing Hinata's past from her perspective. It's one of the few times you see Kurenai's relationship with her genin. What I don't like is that we later found out that Hinata drew the match to Hanabi because she didn't want to hurt her. I liked it better before where Hinata was worse than her younger sister and seemed naturally weak and unfit for the ninja world, but defies that so-called destiny and trains anyway. Oh well. Now was Rock Lee and Gaara's fight. It is commonly regarded as one of the best fights in anime. In the game, there was a noticeable difficulty spike. This was commonly the place where my progress was halted. This fight and Naruto's final fight against Gaara are the most difficult for me in this game. After this, we cut straight to the final part of the Chunin exams. Before I discuss this, I want to bring up a scene I really like. After Rock Lee and Gaara's fight, Gaara goes to the hospital because he wants to kill Rock Lee for causing actual harm to him. You can see him walking through the hospital really menacingly, and it gives us such a really creepy aura, like a horror movie. But worse than that, we know that several characters are also in the hospital. We know that Naruto and Shikamaru are here to visit Choji. Ino is also here to visit Choji, who is in the hospital for overeating or something like that. Sakura is also here to visit Rock Lee as well. So you go through the scene wondering, oh no, is Gaara going to kill one of these people? Like, if he runs into any one of these people, he could probably just kill them. We know how bloodthirsty and crazy Gaara was in this arc. So this is, I mean, we know none of them die from hindsight, but looking from this for the first time, it was so scary. That you keep seeing Sakura like go through these rooms, and it kept making it seem like Sakura's gonna run into Gaara, and it kept on creating scenes like this until Gaara ends up running into Shikamaru and Naruto in Rock Lee's room. And if it wasn't for my guy showing up when he did, all three of them probably would have just died. It's crazy to think about, and I really like that scene a lot. After that, the official Chunin exams begin in front of the large audience.
You say you want to become a Hokage, huh? At this rate, how about never?
After Naruto and Neji's fight, their Konoha Crush arc happened. A lot of this arc was skipped. Everything Kakashi, Guy, Shikamaru, and the third Hokage did were skipped. I feel like Shikamaru should have had a match similar to the Oboro Brawl, except swapping the Oboro team for the Sound Ninja. After all, Shikamaru does not appear in any part of the main story. The third Hokage was eventually brought to the Japan-only sequel, so his exclusion was alright. We cut right to Sasuke's pursuit of Gaara. Sasuke gets attacked in a cutscene, and Naruto defeats Gaara. The story ends with the gang returning to the Leaf Village and Sakura learning what had happened. Learning that it wasn't Sasuke that saved her, but Naruto.
I'd never lose to you! Oh, you think you're so great? I could whip you with one hand behind my back! I'm sorry I ever said those nice things about you! I'd have sicked that dog on you! He'll get you, and then I'll be right behind him, Sasuke! Come on, let me have it!
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Alright, I'm gonna give you 3 counts. Count number 1, you stand there. Count number 2, I whip.
Jeez, you guys never stop, do you?
Naruto, Sakura. You're now full-fledged ninja of the village hidden in the leaves. I look forward to your futures.
The story mode also includes additional missions that you can purchase from the shop. I think some of these missions should have been included in the main story, such as the Kakashi vs Orochimaru fight and Sasuke vs Kakashi. There was a fight between Ino and Shikamaru, the only story mission Shikamaru appears in. There could have been a fight between Neji, Shikamaru, and Ino to showcase a what-if scenario if Team 10 actually challenged him in the Forest of Death. However, the developers probably wanted to include fights that could actually happen. The existing Ino and Shikamaru fight kind of happened without the violence. And I don't think there's any scenario where Ino and Shikamaru would actually take on Neji in a match.
Yes! I did it! I did it, Guy Sensei! I can't believe I lost to you. Woohoo! All right! I did it!
Still, I think there was a way they could work around it, where Ino and their team back off once Neji shows them a sliver of his power. That would have been funny. The shop is the way to unlock every unlockable in the game. There's both a positive and a negative because while it isn't easy to unlock everything, it is very grindy. The story mode also includes some unique interactions right before the characters fight that don't show up in normal gameplay, such as the one between Naruto and Sakura.
Prepare yourself!
I wish this interaction was present outside of the story mode. Here are some of my favorite pre-battle interactions.
Be nice!
Let's go.
Sakura Haruno!
Sasuke, are you alright?
If I win, allow me to take you on a date.
There's no way!
Sakura Haruno!
I refuse to be a burden to anyone!
Better give it your all!
Naruto,
Hinata Hyuga!
here, use this.
Your destiny is to lose.
I'm gonna win for sure! I'm gonna kick your butt, believe it!
Come on, bring it on!
Is there someone who is precious to you? It's in your best interest not to make me angry.
I've been waiting for this. I want to fight you.
If you're gonna forfeit, now's the time.
I won't run away. Never again. Neji, I challenge you.
Fine.
Hinata Hyuga!
Do you think I changed? Maybe a little bit?
This is the end for you.
Now here are the ones between Ino and Sasuke.
Be gentle, alright?
Let's go.
Ino Yamanaka!
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Now here is where I'm confused. Because what did Ino expect to happen? Sasuke beating her up? Despite the game being over 20 years old, I feel like it still looks really good. Like, I think this is cell shading, and I still think this really holds up to today. And sometimes I almost prefer this if it makes development where there'll be a lot more gameplay features than just aesthetics. I really like this series and will recommend you guys giving this a try. Not this game in particular, but any game in the series, besides the first one. The first one looks like a prototype compared to every other game in the series. If there are any games in the series that I would recommend, it would be Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution 2. I plan on eventually playing it as soon as they get clean ripped to work on Nintendo Wii games. What do you think about Naruto Clash of Ninja 2? Have you gotten a chance to play this game or any in the series? Was there anything that I missed that was worth mentioning? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more similar content. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!
Hinata Hyuga!